Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Vaishali Kohli. Now, in a major boost to India's defense capabilities, according to sources, the Defense Acquisition Council or DAC has granted acceptance of necessity for the procurement of 114 Rafale multi-role fighter aircrafts under the long-pending multi-role fighter aircraft program, along with 6 additional P-81 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft and other key equipment and platforms. Listen in to what the Air Vice Chief had to say yesterday. So this...
Yeah, it is the buzzword. Indian Air Force is looking forward to inducting a lot more MRFA aircraft, whether that is going to be Rafale or any other, presently under deliberation, and a concrete decision on this has not yet been taken, and so therefore it will not be correct for me to comment at the moment. But yes, Indian Air Force is definitely looking forward to induct a lot more of these newer generation aircraft into our inventory, and the sooner the better. That option group, there were a lot of
All right, viewers, so this is a big development that NewsX is sharing with you at this point. Now, in a major boost to India's defense capabilities, according to sources, the Defense Acquisition Council or DAC has granted the acceptance of necessity for the procurement of 114 Rafale multi-role fighter aircrafts. Brian Thomas is joining me with more details. Brian, what more can you tell us?
Well, Vaishali, yes, clearly a big boost to the defense, the defense authorities and the MOD itself that we've been tracking. This is a big boost that is coming from the DAC, where they have confirmed as of now. And again, these are from the official sources also that we are getting to know. This is in a major push to India's armed forces modernization. The Defense Acquisition Council has granted acceptance of necessity, that is the AON, for a series of high-value procurement that includes the MRFA, which is 114 multi-role fighter aircraft. And this is big because there are other additional, procurements. You talk about 6 additional P-81 maritime patrol aircraft, additional S-400 air defense systems, even the Scalp long-range missiles, precision strike missiles. While yes, even the MOD is yet to issue an official detailed statement, defense sources confirm that the approvals mark a very significant step forward in strengthening India's air and maritime capabilities. Now, the clearance for this 414 MRFA jets revive a fighter acquisition also, programming that has been in works nearly for 2 decades in the original MMRCA process. The Rafale fighter jets from France is also seen as a strong front runner. The deal is also expected to include a substantial Make in India component with manufacturing and technology transfer to Indian industry. Not only that, once cleared by the Cabinet Committee on Security, that is the CCS, this deal is being finalized this year. And this is critical for both Indian Air Force, the Indian maritime industry, which is operating below its sanctioned squadron strength. Not only that, the DAC has also cleared the procurement of 6 additional P-8I aircraft from the US. The P-8I is the Indian Navy's primary long-range maritime surveillance and anti-submarine warfare system. These aircraft also enhance maritime domain awareness across the Indian Ocean region amid growing Chinese naval activity. And with this clearance, also India's P-8I fleet strength will also significantly increase, reinforcing surveillance and deterrence capabilities itself. And even additionally, S-400 Triumph systems from Russia has also been received this AON. And this S-400 also provides long-range air defense against aircraft, drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. And this expansion also of S-400 network will further strengthen India's multi-layered air defense shield itself. And even the procurement package also includes the Scalp long-range air-launched cruise missiles, currently also integrated with the Rafale fleet. This is also expected to involve greater participation of Indian industry in line with the indigenization and even defense procurement and manufacturing force itself. And this is a big picture because you need to understand that this round of approval signals one of the most significant capital acquisition pushes in the recent years that covers fighter strength, maritime surveillance, air defense capabilities, long-range strike power, and also the final contracts will also move forward after the CCS approval. Yes, Vaishali.
All right, Brian, thanks for joining me. And this, viewers, is a very big development that we're sharing with you when it comes. All right, Brian, stay on with me. I'll come back to you. Now, of course, in a major boost, viewers, that we're telling you about to India's defense capabilities, the Defense Acquisition Council, or DAC, has granted acceptance of necessity for the procurement of 114 Rafale multi-role fighter aircrafts under the long-pending program, along with 6 additional P-81 Poseidon maritime patrol aircrafts and other key equipment and platform. So this is a big development. We just played out the Air Vice Chief's statement for you. And this adds to a very big boost when it comes to India's air defense. A big development. We're going to shortly be getting you all the details on this. But of course, the deal, viewers, let me tell you a little bit about the deal, about the 114 Rafale fighters. Now, the deal is estimated at approximately 3.25 lakh crore. And the proposal includes buying 18 jets in flyaway condition. I do have joining me now Group Captain D.K. Pandey. He's a former IAF officer. Group Captain Pandey, welcome. And this is, of course, a very big development. The Defense Acquisition Council has granted acceptance of necessity for 114 Rafale jets under the MRFA program. How significant is this decision for the Indian Air Force?
Definitely, induction of Rafale, additional induction of Rafale will boost further our preparedness, our war-waging capabilities. Now, the most important part is, especially when we are about 29.5 squadron in place of 42.5 squadron, that shortage is there. We have to build till we get our own indigenous aerial platforms like Tejas or AMCA or some other aircraft. We have to see that national security is looked after. For that, immediate requirement of aircraft fighters were there, and this decision of inducting 114 Rafale aircraft will definitely boost our preparedness and our war-giving capability. Especially our two adversaries, those who are always ready to take on various activities which we don't want with our neighbors. So they must be preparing, okay, this is the right time to attack India because squadron strength is low and we need 16 to 18, if India needs 16 to 18 squadrons immediately so that we can handle whatever threat is there, especially if both are coming in causality, then how we are going to handle it. So a decision of induction of 114 is a welcome decision, in a long outstanding decision, especially in keeping our strategic objectives in mind. We all know Rafale is a 4.5 generation platform, but it is as good as 5th generation. The stealth element is not at par as what at par with F-35s and other 5th generation aircraft. But we have seen Rafale very closely. We have operated Rafale in various environment of Indian region. We do have maritime operations requirements. Then we have to operate over desert also. Then we have to operate in minus temperature in high altitude of Himalayas and especially in Northeast. So various terrain demands that the aircraft should be there which can meet all the requirements. So Rafale has proved its worth, especially in Ops Sindoor. Vice Chief has told it was a hero. So why it was hero? Because it proved its worth. And just see the S-400 and Rafale, the combination of these two combinations has made the dramatic change in the total air power environment during Ops Sindoor. We could achieve a certain degree of air superiority due to Rafale as well as S-400 aircraft, because our standard of probability with the Scalp missiles in 4 days back we had information that also that Scalp missile is also likely to be inducted, and so our standard of capability to launch offensive is going to boost our further ability, and whenever any country is trying something which is not conducive for our security, definitely we can take on and give a suitable reply.
Group Captain Pandey, please stay on with me. I'll come back to you. Also joining me is Group Captain Dr. M.J. Augustine Vinod, former Indian Air Force officer. Group Captain Augustine Vinod, welcome. And of course, it's a very, very big development that we're talking about in a major boost, of course, to India's defense capabilities. The Defense Acquisition Council has granted acceptance for the procurement of 114 Rafale jets. What would you like to say?
To the previous speaker, what is important for us to understand is a couple of things. Firstly, we are woefully short of fighters, and we need fighters quickly to fill all the gaps. We are currently, in terms of fighter squadrons, the lowest, and we all know the nefarious designs of Pakistan, as well as its fusion currently with China, and the newfound friend that it is found in, President Trump. So America is also all out helping them. Most probably, they may get their sixth-generation fighter before us. That is not good news. So keeping that in mind, the urgent, approval by Defense Acquisition Council and CCS approving it, and I think the fastest that I have seen in my service career and outside, the speed at which we've got this 114 Rafale going, and thanks to Opsindur, it proved its mettle in Opsindur. And it's not only Rafale. The advantage with Rafale is that it is going to come with potent weapons. The aeroplane itself is just a platform. What it is going to deliver is very important. I may be a 6'7" guy, but if I'm not a good fighter, what use am I? That is very important for us to understand. So it has hammer, it has scalp, it has meteor. So it is going to have something called see first, shoot first capability. So it is going to see the enemy before the enemy sees you, and it is going to shoot the enemy down before the enemy shoots at you. These are an exceptionally high and important capability. And second, and most important thing not get discussed, force multiplier. You need to understand force multiplier. If I have to say it in Hindi, 2 और 2 5 होता है force multiplier. So what does force multiplier, a PATI, do? PATI is not only going to bolster Navy's capability, but also Air Force's capability, because in Opsindur, not many people know the silent warrior Navy, and the PATI's contribution was immense. PATI, I think, more often than not, operates in the Himalayas than over the ocean, because PATI has very wonderful electronic warfare capability and electronic support measures, as we call it, the ESM capability. So it can give you wonderful information about enemy and everything. An exceptional development that I can see in times to come. I think Air Force's number will go up, and number will go up in terms of not only quantity but also quality. And that is more important. This does not mean it is going to affect AMCA in any way. It is not going to affect AMCA in any way. So we are not apples to apples comparison. See, AMCA is a different generation of fighter altogether, and this is a different fighter altogether. So Atmanirbhar Bharat and things are not going to be affected. We are talking about induction of Rafale, and like and the number of aircraft it is shot down because the Pakistanis are not admitting that. But more important for us to understand is what Bhashi said. It is a hero in itself. And like what we are not talking about Rafale, and I have been saying it for a while, is Rafale has stealth capability. You can't pick up Rafale so easily, especially in the front quarters. No observability. Rafale capability which can take it across, pursuing as something called on-board oxygen generator. These are, capabilities that Rafale in a very, higher platform than probably any Chinese fighter, Pakistan is likely to get or will get in times to come. So these are things that we understand as, as citizens of India, that it is going to be a very, very big deal for us. Very, very big deal. And I'm really happy that CCS as well as Defense Acquisition Council went under and tongs and got it so ready in such record time. I have not seen such record time ever in my life. Over to you.